Prosecutors say an Atlanta mom put her 1- and 2-year-old children in an oven and turned it on. Lamora Williams is charged with murder and has been denied bail. Another 3-year-old child was found unharmed inside of the home, but family members say that child saw what happened. Take a listen.
My nephew, while he was watching whatever was going on in this house, and he came and talked to me and told me as to what was going on. That baby seen everything.
The sister and mother of Lamora Williams say they reached out to family services several times. Here they are.
She had issues, and the fact that the state failed her, that's a problem. I did tell DFACS everything because I wanted for them to either to give me the kids or get the kids out of her possession.
The father of the children says Williams called him by video chat to tell him his children were dead. He called police after seeing his sons on the floor. Matt Uris for CBSMiami.com.
YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now this video comes straight out of Georgia, ATL, Atlanta that is. And the ATL is known for a lot of things, but I'm leaving that up for your imagination. But one thing that's tripped me out and basically just made me very sad was to hear that this mom basically put her 2 toddlers inside of an oven and decided to do the unthinkable. And I am not talking about no Alicia Keys. No, she decided to cut the damn oven on and basically cook these babies, roast these babies. And it's a good thing they caught her crazy ass. And I don't understand this right here. Let me say this before I'll dig into the story. Why do crazy people decide to have children? And why do you guys, unless it's just a one night stand, unless you just meet this person at the club and you know things happen, you know that's human nature, you know things might happen where you don't know the person. Now if you know the person is mentally retarded and got serious mental issues, why do you still choose to get between their legs? Why do you still choose to procreate with these evil ass, unstable ass creatures? That's what I want to know right there. And you know, and some of you guys will still probably hit that and still probably try to have sex with this woman, even though you know damn well she's crazy and she could also kill you. So I'm gonna read a snippet from this story and I will give my opinion, of course, as we go. A mother with undiagnosed mental issues is accused of killing her 1-year-old and 2-year-old sons by placing them in an oven and turning it on, an arrest warrant states. And this reminds me of the question that somebody asked me on a 21 question. Somebody submitted a question. I can't think of the name actually, but if you listen, you know who you are. When she said, do you feel there's a lot of undiagnosed mental illness running rampant in the black community? And I said, yes, a lot of it is very undiagnosed. We have people who really need serious mental health. We have people who do not even need to have children, more or less, then trying to bring them into this world and hoping that this crazy person, which cannot really, you know, watch over themselves and control their own actions, can control another human being actions, such as a child, and teach that child something. So that's what that brought me back to right there when the case said it was undiagnosed. And it's kind of ironic that the person who submitted that question asked the same thing, and now we finding it to be more true than ever. It was undiagnosed. Now, last weekend, police in Atlanta stated that both toddlers had received burn marks on their bodies at some point, possibly from the stove, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported. The warrant on Monday alleges that their mom, 24-year-old Lamora Williams, placed them inside the oven between midnight Thursday and 11 p.m. Friday. Atlanta police have taken the stove as part of their investigation. Autopsy reports for Jakarta Williams and his older brother, Keontae Penn, are pending. Man. Now, family members tried to visit Williams at her Southwest Atlanta apartment on Sunday, but apparently did not succeed in seeing her. She's the only one who really knows what happened, Williams' sister Tabitha Hollingsworth told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. William, who is being held without bond, and she should be, at the Fulton County Jail, should be put on suicide watch there, Hollingsworth added. The mom, who has 2 other children, a 3-year-old son and a 6-year-old daughter, on Monday waived her appearance in court on felony murder, according to jail officials. On Friday night, Williams reportedly video chatted her son's father, Jamil Penn, letting him know something was wrong at home. Penn alerted police after seeing his son lying on the floor, and I bet that broke that man's heart right there. But let me ask you something, Jamil Penn. Did you not know that this woman was crazy? Did you not hear anything her family or somebody didn't tell you, because we all know when somebody is crazy in our family. We all know when somebody screws are not tight, because we talk about it. I know my family talk about it, and of course your family talk about it. Let's keep it real now. That's what we do. We talk on the phone, or we talk in person, like, you know, what such and such doing with they crazy ass. That's exactly what we say too. A lot of you all laughing and smiling, but you know, I'm not trying to be funny, but that's just how we talk. So we know if somebody in our family is not stable. So did Jamil know that this woman was not stable? Now, after I seen what I seen, you know, I called the police. Jamil Penn told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Williams' 2 other children were unharmed. According to the family and friends, Williams' mental illness grew worse when she was 19 years old and her father died. She apparently grew more distressed by being a single mom of 4 young children with little caretaker help from Penn. So here's what the story is going to do now. Now, her dad died, okay? She's very distressed. She started losing more of her mental capacity. She started just basically just going off on the deep end. Now, they says by her being a single mom of 4, that made it even worse on her. And I can understand the pressure on a woman trying to take care of young children. But then they also add, with little help from the caretaker, which was the dad, Jamil Penn, you know, he offered very little help. So all this drove this woman over the edge, if you will. But what happened to people who lose their mom and their dad? What happened to people who don't have nobody? Why aren't orphans the worst killers in history, if that's the case? You know, because for her to lose her dad and make it go worse, and I understand people, you know, everybody can't, you know, take the same amount of pressure and pain. I understand that, you know, pressure bust pipes. Every pipe made different. Some are thin, some are bigger. You figure that out for yourself. That's a metaphor. Anyway, so what about the people who grew up in orphanage, group homes with no mom and no dad? Shouldn't they be worse off than people that have at least one parent left? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. But when it's convenient to throw things out there, not saying that this woman wasn't crazy, but it's very crazy how they would say her dad died. It made her get a little worse. The pressure of having 4 children, that made it get a little worse. The guy offering very little help, that made it get worse. So it doesn't make you get so fed up when you know that you could turn these kids over to the state. You know you can. You know, so let's keep it real. Now, I'm not trying to say that this woman basically was right in what she done, that she is pretty much substantiated in her doing that, which means that she's pretty much in the clear and that she was justified what she done. It's not justified what she done. You can throw out any excuse out there. You can say the grandma died, the dog died. Still though, you're gonna kill your kids, you're gonna put your kids in the oven, that make you that comes from somewhere else. That's not normal right there. That's what they call it, demonic, if you will. Now let's continue. Williams' friend Nisa Smith said Williams called her on Friday night saying she couldn't do it anymore. Okay, when Williams admitted the boys were dead, Smith apparently told her to call the police, but the mother instead called Penn. Police said Williams claimed her children with a caregiver. Police said Williams claimed her children with a caregiver. I don't know why they got that written like that. With a caregiver on Friday at noon and found them alone and dead late that evening. Police told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution they did not take Williams' word they did not take her word. Williams' mom, Brenda Williams, told CBS News that her daughter wasn't right. She hasn't been right. And what happened 3 months ago that the kid's father left her. I told him something tragic is going to happen. She's going to do something to those kids. She's going to do something to herself. Jakarta Williams and Keontae Penn are not the only 2 children to die recently in an oven incident. A 19-month-old girl died in Houston in November 2015. A lot of you all remember that. After a 3-year-old sibling allegedly placed her inside the oven in their home, and her other 3-year-old sibling apparently turned the kitchen appliance on until it was hot. Her 5-year-old sibling was reportedly asleep at the time of the incident, and the mom who left them home alone returned to find one of the children dead. So let me know what you all think about this case right here, because it's very sad that you have this woman with these mental issues, and it just seems like, there's no help from family members trying to involve. And why do we wait till things, escalate to a point where we can't calm it down? Why do we wait till things get so far out of control and out of hand to where, you can't stop what's about to happen? I don't understand that right there, because if the mom knew that this girl was dead unstable, why not keep a close eye on her? And true, you cannot watch somebody 24/7. And it's also true, if somebody want to do something, regardless how much you try, how much you pray, they're going to do it. You know, it's up to them to make the change. We can only sit up here and pray about it, or we can check on them, make sure they all right, but it's only so much each person can do, even myself. But let me know what you all think about this story right there. And for those 2 children, you know, they're in heaven if you all believe in heaven, whether you believe it or not. But anyway, they're, you know, I hate to say they're in a better place because it's sad how they go. I mean, how they went. But at the same time, you know, I just can't imagine that. You know, I just can't imagine a person, a mom, doing that to her child, getting that fed up and that despondent and that, you know, possessed. Because you got to be possessed to do that. You know, you can't be in your right mind knowing that you're doing this right here, knowing that, you know, whether you kill yourself or you kill them, knowing that you're going to be in jail for life or possibly tried with the death penalty. You know, since and for a person to get to that point, something is really wrong. But let me know what you all think about this. And also, with these undiagnosed mental illnesses, if you know your people have mental illness, stop making fun of them, stop making a joke out of it, and get these people help. Because you never know, it might be you we might be doing a story on next, where your own cousin, your brother, your mom, your sister, whoever turned against you and did you harm because you thought that it was a game and you thought it was a joke, you know, knowing that these people are not stable. And it's just sad the way this world is now. But anyway, let me know what you all think. Make sure you hit that like button, you like, subscribe. Till next time, stay blessed. And if you don't want your children, give them to somebody that want them. If you feel you're overwhelmed or you can't take care of them, let the state get them. Don't kill them. You know what I'm saying? Just because you brung them in this world do not give you the right to take them out. You know, think about that today. Till next time, I'm out.